So can you all see my I am sharing my screen. Let me know if you are able to see. Okay. In SDLC models, we have discussed about 5 different models we have. One is waterfall model, other one is iterative model, third one is spiral, and then fourth model we have discussed about V model. Now we are going to discuss about agile methodology, agile model. Okay, so what is agile model is, so what is agile model is, in agile we have two things. One is agile scrum, other one is agile kanban. Okay, so kanban we are not going to worry, because this one we are not following. We are going to see about agile scrum only. Okay, first I will tell you. See what is agile means. Suppose there are some 100 requirements. Okay, 100 requirements in the project. So who is the client? Some X person is the client. Okay, ABC Limited, this person is the company owner. Okay, so what this person is doing, he want an application and he is coming to ABC, right? He is giving some set of requirements, some 100 requirements he is giving. Okay, all these requirements they are putting into one document. Now this requirements, okay, this requirements is okay. After I'll tell you later about that. In this 100 requirements, they will not take all the 100 together and they will work out. Okay, in Agile how they will do means, first they will take some set of requirements. Suppose from this 100 requirements, suppose there are total 100 requirements. Okay, from this total 100 requirements, they will take something around 8 or 10 or how many ever they wish, they will, according to the team size they will take. Suppose they are taking 10 requirements. So first what they are going to do means, so for every 3 months they are going to release a for every 3 months they are going to release the software. Okay, first suppose they are going to release some 20 features, some basic features on the first three quarter. Then in the second quarter they are going to release some 20 or 30 requirements. Then in the third quarter some 10 requirements. Fourth quarter the remaining requirements. So like that, for every 3 months they are going to release one software. Not one software, they are going to release the software. For every 3 months there is going to be release. So this is okay, release 1. Suppose this is for 3 months, means release 1 will be there. Okay, then for next 3 months again release 2 will be there. Again for next 3 months release 3 will be there. Okay, what will happen in the first what will happen in that period of 3 months means, either they will divide the days of work into 15 or divide the days of work into 1 month. Okay, they will either take 1 month or they will take 15 days. They will start working on some set of features. Okay, that period of time, 10 days, 15 days, 15 days or 1 month is called sprint. Okay, so that particular time period is called sprint. Okay, this is sprint 1. Okay, this is for, let me consider this is for 1 month sprint. Okay, here sprint 1, again second month sprint 2, again third month sprint 3. Okay, this is sprint 1, this is sprint 2, again in third sprint, again after completion of third sprint they are going to release a software after 3 months. Again sprint 4, okay, again sprint 5, again sprint 6. Okay, sprint means a time period for completion of a task. Okay, so this is going to be a 1 month sprint. We are going to continue the sprints like this. Okay, now here there are totally 100 requirements, right? In that, for first sprint they are taking some 10 requirements. Consider they are taking some 10 requirements. In this first sprint, they are taking these 10 requirements and they are going to share the work among the people. Who will be there in the team? Sprint in the team, in the Agile team. Who will be there means Agile Scrum team. Three people will be there. One is development team, developers, testers, DevOps, whoever is working on the project. One is development team, that is called Scrum team, development testing team. Okay, one is Scrum team will be there. Okay, Scrum team will be there. Scrum master will be there. Scrum master will be there, and product owner. Okay, now these three people will be there. They will be working on each and every sprint. Now product owner will give these requirements. Scrum team will work on the requirements. Okay, Scrum master will help the Scrum team to finish the requirements with proper quality. That means Scrum master can be manager. Scrum team means development and testing team, we can say. Okay, product owner means he is the client. Okay, now here there are 100 requirements. Okay, these requirements we will call it as stories. Okay, story 1, story 2, like that we have 100 stories. Example. Okay, these requirements or features that is expected by the user that to be present in the application, is called story, we can say. Like story is nothing but a requirement or functionality or feature, anything, same thing. Okay, so these 100 requirements are called stories. So 100 stories are there. In this first sprint, they will take for some 10 stories from the total number of stories given here, and they will start working on this. Who will start working? Scrum team, Scrum master and product owner. Everybody will gather together and they will start working on this. Especially who is going to put the efforts for working? Scrum team is going to put the efforts for working of the product. Scrum master is going to help the team to do it. Product owner is going to verify and check along with the team for producing a quality product. Okay, now in first sprint, in this 10, they can able to achieve all the 10. Okay, what they will do second time, they will take some 8. Consider they are going to take some 8 stories in the second sprint. Okay, then they have completed all these things, but 7 stories they can able to finish because there are critical stories, but one story there is some left out. It is left out because some milestone risk has came, that's why they couldn't able to achieve this one story. So 7 they completed, right? So next sprint they are going to take this other left one plus again some more new requirements from this total. Suppose they are going to take 5 totally. For 6 requirements they are going to work on this sprint 3. Understood? So what is this called? This 100 set of requirements is called product backlog. Okay, product backlog. What is backlog means? It will contain a set of tasks or work that is to be completed, that is not yet done. Okay, backlog. Okay, product backlog. Then from this product backlog, it is given by product owner. They will take 10 requirements for every sprint, right? That means these 10 requirements they have taken, right? This is called sprint backlog. Okay, for this particular sprint, these are all the tasks that we are going to do. Left out task. So second sprint, this 8 is there, right? This is the sprint backlog. For third, this 6 is there, right? This is the third sprint, right? For third sprint, this 6 is the sprint backlog. For every sprint, they will take few features, few stories from the product backlog and put it in the sprint backlog. They are going to take few stories from product backlog and put it in the sprint backlog. They are going to work on the current sprint. Who is going to work? Scrum team, Scrum master and product owner. Okay, they are going to work on the team. Okay, so for each and every person in the team, they are going to give the task. Okay, what is this task means? Suppose if he is a developer. Okay, developer 1, developer 2 is there, tester 1 is there. Suppose consider what is this task? Task will be given for everybody. Okay, so for him 5 stories are given. For this developer 5 stories are given for development. Okay, now for this tester the work is to write the test cases and be ready to test after writing. write the test cases and be ready for execution. So before they complete this development, they are going to write and keep ready the functionalities that is to be tested. They are going to write the test cases and they are going to be ready. Okay, so that is the work of this tester, let us say. Okay, now for there are 5 stories assigned to developer 1, 5 stories assigned to developer 2. So for each and every story in this 5, suppose 5 stories is there, right? Story 1, story 2, story 3, like that this developer will have. Okay, now for each and every story, how many days they want to take, how many hours they want to take, 8 hours, 10, 16 hours, okay, 24 hours, like that they are going to increase it. So this time period to complete the task is called story point. Okay, so they will give, if it is for 1 day, 1 story point. If it is 2 days, we will give as 3. If it is for 3 days, it is going 3 days, 4 days it is going to take, means we will give as 5. Even numbers or odd numbers, they will follow one order, either even numbers or odd numbers. So 1 story point, 2 story point, 3 story point, 5 story point, 7 story point, like that they are going to continue. Okay, so story point means nothing but effort or time required to complete one story. That's it. So for completing first story, if the how many story points we need means, suppose if it is a simple story, we need one day we can complete. Suppose if the story is going to take 2 days, then the story point is 3. Okay, I am telling randomly. Okay, in the company they will tell you how they are following. Okay, but remember what is a story point is, it is estimation of effort required to complete one story is called story point. A story or task it can be. For developer it is story, for a tester it is any task, testing task or execution task or writing test case task, designing task, anything it can be. Okay, so this is how this sprint this is how the agile methodology works. So whatever the words I have covered is product backlog, sprint backlog, story points. Okay, then scrum master, scrum team and product owner. Scrum team, scrum master and product owner. These are all the terminologies they will be using in the agile methodology. If you are going into a team, definitely they are going to follow the word called sprint. Every day nowadays everybody is following this only, sprint. Okay, now there is one more thing I have to tell you is now, so how they will track the status of each and everybody's work. How they will track means, there will be a daily status call called stand up call or scrum call. Stand up call or scrum call. Okay, what is this scrum call or stand up call means? Scrum team, scrum master and product owner unite together every day. They are going to discuss about few things. What we have done yesterday, what we are going to do today. Did I have any impediments? Impediments means anything that is blocking me to continue, any risk or problem that is blocking me to continue further. Okay, so that is what daily. Somebody will have morning scrum, somebody will have evening scrum, we cannot say. So if it is a scrum, then what they are going to discuss, what is the work that we have done yesterday. We have means each and every individual has to speak there. Everybody has to speak what work done yesterday, what work done that we are going to, what we are going to do today, and what is the impediments that I have. Okay, so that is what they are going to discuss in the scrum call. Then how many people will be there usually in the scrum team means, minimum 3 people will be there, maximum 9 people will be there. Okay, that will be the scrum team strength usually. Okay, for 15 minutes only it will be the call, it will not extend more than 15 minutes. But no, in reality they will take up to 40 minutes also sometimes. We cannot say that. Usually 15 minutes of time they will be taking. Okay, now who are all the mandatory people that daily they have to report, that the daily they have to attend this scrum call means, scrum team and scrum master will be there. Product owner, it is up to him, either he wants to daily attend or else he wants to attend monthly once, that is up to him. But scrum team and Scrum team means who work, the people who is working on the product, and then Scrum master who is guiding the team manager should be there for the daily call. Okay, for the daily status call everybody should, those two people should be there. So covered almost all the tasks. So story means I told you a requirement. Okay, then task means a work assigned to somebody. Okay, task, story. Then bug means we know what is a bug. Okay, then I want to tell you one more thing called sprint plan meeting. What will happen in the sprint plan meeting means first day. So there will be 30 days in this meeting, right? 30 days in this sprint, right? So if it is a 1 month sprint, it will be 30 days. If it is like 15 days sprint, it will be only for 15 days. So on the first day to 30 days it will be there. On the first day they will do a planning. They will conduct a sprint plan meeting. Sprint plan meeting. What they will do in the sprint plan meeting means for this entire 1 month what we are going to do. That is what they are going to discuss. Okay. So how many backlogs we are going to have those for this sprint means they are going to add that into the backlog list in the sprint plan meeting, and then they are going to divide the work to everybody. So how many people has to work on how many requirements, how many stories, what is their story points, everything they will note it down in the sprint plan meeting. And once after the sprint plan meeting is done, everybody will disperse and go to their task daily, day 2, day 3, day 4 until the day 30. That means end of the first sprint. Daily they will have this scrum call. Okay, understood? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please tell me. Okay, you have to open JIRA. Okay, just go to JIRA. Atlassian.com will be there. See, Atlassian.com. Just click on this one. You can continue with any of this. If you have Atlassian email ID, you can use. Just go with Google. Okay, just click on this, continue with Google. Since I have logged in, it is asking me the same details, so I am just logging with the same email ID. Now you have to choose which type of thing you want. Here you have to choose JIRA software. Okay, just click on JIRA software. Okay, but since I have logged in for many times, it is showing me this one. Okay, if you are a fresh person, that means if you are logging for the first time, it will ask you want to create a project. Skip all the steps. You can just go log in here, like skip all the steps. You can give skip for all the questions it is asking. Just skip all the questions and just log in like that. Okay, after logging in, you can see create a project option. Okay, otherwise you can just create a project here. If you go to the list, you can see create a project option. Just click on this one. Okay, you have to choose Scrum JIRA software. Okay, here I can use templates. Okay, just a second. you will not get this one, because this is asking me you want to log out of the current one and you have to take a new project. It is asking. You don't need to worry about this one. Just select anything, select a team managed project. Okay, you can add the project details, project name. You can give any name. Okay, you just give the name. Okay, and just click on next. It will be created. Okay, fine. Now it is saying JIRA project is successfully created. Few more steps to do. Okay, just go back. I'm just going back. I want this one. See, now just now I have created this manual batch to project. That this has also come. Now I want to open any one. This one I am opening. This is how JIRA will look like. Now it is opening, right? This is how JIRA is going to look like. Now if you see, to-do list in progress, done. If you have the task, see, this is mine MPK Priyanka. If there are people, we can, if suppose if I am creating the project, I am handling the admin, I am as admin, so I am going to add the people. Here it will ask you give your office email ID. Okay, if you just add, it will get added. Now like that you can add all the members of your team. If you are not getting this option here, you can go to settings. Here you have something called user management. Okay, now in this user management you can add again. Okay, now you can invite the members like this by adding your email IDs, and then just add the team. If you give, it will get added. Okay, see, if we are using free version like this, we cannot have many access, we cannot have all the access rights. So if it is like bought one, if in office they will buy this JIRA, right? So you will have all the features, access to all the features. If you are using free, you cannot access many things. Okay, so then now, so you haven't started a sprint. It is telling you haven't started a sprint. That means this is for current sprint. If you have any task in your name, it will be displayed in the to-do list. Okay, if you are working on that one, you have to drag it and drop it in the in progress list. Okay, whatever you have working on, you have to drag this to do task and you have to put it in the in progress sheet. If it is done here, then you have to drag it and put it here. In the day 1, you will have list of so many tasks assigned to your name here. Okay, on the day 30, you have to see everything in the done state. Everything in the done state. So by end of the sprint, what should be there means all the task that is assigned for you should be in the done state. That means everything you have to be completed. Okay, so like this you can add the tasks. Now if you go, just go to project settings, you can find issue type. Okay, you can see epic, bug, story, task, subtask. Okay, so what are all this means? Epic means I told you, right? Story is one set of story is nothing but a requirement. That means a functionality that needs to be implemented. Okay, what is epic means? Some set of stories will be put into under one epic. Okay, so suppose there are few things that are related to the same subject. They are going to unite all the stories and put it under one epic. Epic will have some set of stories. Okay, so first one we have to create an epic. For this epic, what is the summary, what is the description? Okay, to whom we are going to assign this? Okay, like that we are going to add everything. Okay, After that we are going to add the stories. Okay, add the stories. What is the story title means? Here suppose if this is the story means, here in the description I should add what is the story description. So a person should be able to log in to the application only using company's details. Okay, after registering something that is related to that story. This is related to some functionality. Okay, login functionality. Okay, so I am giving the description, I am giving the summary, and I am going to assign this story to someone who is going to work on this one. Okay, okay, now which sprint it is? So I am going to give the sprint number. Okay, then story point estimated. What is the story point? How many days it is going to take means 3 days, 4 days, or default value, whatever it can be. So if I put -4, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, we can give any number. If you don't want, we can remove. Okay, then so this is how we can add a story. Then task. What is a task? Task means same thing again. As I told you, stories means stories will have its own description. Here actually task means this is the work that we have to do. So for we have to give the description of the task and to whom we have to assign this task. We have to add their names, what is the sprint, what is the estimation, everything we will be giving here. And this we assign means to whom we are going to assign this task. Okay, everything we will be adding here, and then we are going to save it. Finally we are going to create a bug. Okay, how we have to create a bug means same thing. Here in the description field we have to give, see, always a bug should have these following things. Okay, first is bug description. Okay, bug description. Then testing steps, how you have tested the test case, that testing steps you have to mention. Then what is the tested data that you have used. Okay, what is the actual result, but what should be the expected result. Okay, what should be the expected result you have to mention. Okay, then after mentioning which environment you have tested, test environment or staging or production, everything, whatever you have tested in UAT environment means you have to mention environment : UAT, like that you can mention. After that what you have to mention, if you have any screenshots or images or files, then you can add it. If you copy the image and paste it here, it will get added. Otherwise you can add it as a file also, there will be an option. Okay, so you can do that, and then if you can save it, then bug will be created. Okay, so this is how JIRA will work. Any questions? See, you can see something called dashboard. Dashboard means all the list of all the people's information will come. Whoever is there, if you have some 5 people, 6 people means all their data will be coming here. Okay, this is the backlog. As I told you, this is the backlog. Here in this backlog we can add for the current sprint. If you want to add, we can add. Okay, see, this is MN sprint, it is showing all by default. MN means manual testing, it has taken. Okay, it has taken as MN, that means manual testing 3. This is the project name, it has taken by default. Then if you want to add, we can add. Here it is default, it is showing story only. Directly we can give the story number or story ID here as a backlog. Otherwise we can change it to bug or task, anything whatever we want to change, we can change. Okay, if you are going to give us a task, what is the task ID we have to give, that one if we can give, add it to the backlog. That means this is sprint backlog. Okay, current sprint backlog. Understood? Okay, once if you give everything and it will ask you start sprint, this button will be enabled. If you click on the start sprint button, then finished. Everything will be added to your backlog list and you are ready to work on the JIRA. That's it. Any doubts? I hope so you all understood. Yeah, ask me. For everybody, whoever is working in the project, for everybody JIRA will be used. For developers also, for managers also. Manager also has to log into JIRA and he has to also update the things. For him also task will be there. Everybody who is... See, why JIRA we will use means you are thinking for only testing purpose or adding defects. No, it is for everybody. What is JIRA means? It is going to like what to say, it is used by everybody to allocate the task and update the task related issues on the JIRA. Everybody has to use JIRA. You are a manual tester, you are a tester, you are a developer, you are a system analyst, whoever, you are a manager, whoever it can be. Okay. You know, people use JIRA to write test cases also. Fine then. Okay, now okay, just one more second. Let me show you the notes. Okay, you have all the terminologies here in the notes. You can go through this one. Story points, stories, product backlog, sprint backlog, everything you have. Okay. I didn't mention story. Story also I mentioned. Okay, fine then. Now we'll see live project. Okay. Just take a breath of 2 minutes. Let us start. Okay, fine. So what we are going to see in this live project, first one is how usually people will be involving in doing this testing. So how the cycle will be. So we have already discussed in software testing life cycle how it will be going on. Requirement analysis, test case design, test case execution. Then in that one part we have seen test environment setup. Then finally we have completed the closure by after execution, test reporting, bugs reporting, and then test cycle closure. So same thing. So how usually it will happen is introduction of the project will happen first. Okay, introduction of the project will happen first. After introduction, okay, then they will analyze the requirements documents. Okay, suppose here we are going to use FRS, functional requirements documents. Okay, here we got requirements from client, so that is FRS document. We are going to analyze, then we are going to write the test scenarios. By analyzing, before that we have to make a test plan, right? So first we are going to plan this. After requirement analysis, we are going to plan test plan document. How we are going to test it, what all the testing strategies we are going to follow, what are the strategies for writing the test cases we are going to follow, what is the time schedule, everything we will be mentioning in the test plan document. Then after test plan document, we are going to take FRS document and refer it, and then we are going to write test scenarios, then we are going to write test cases, then we are going to finally trace out the RTM, requirement traceability matrix, mapping these two. Okay, that means mapping the requirements. Okay, then until here documentation will be done. This means test case design part, this is coming under test case design part. Okay, after test case design, the environment setup will be there. Okay, this means we are going to install the software onto our system. Okay, and then we are going to make system ready. After environment setup, what we are going to do, we are going to start execution. Okay, we are going to start execution, find out the bugs, start test execution, find out the bugs. If we are having any bugs, we will be reporting, and then finally we will close it. This is called test sign off. Closing the testing operation is called test sign off. Okay, I will tell you each and everything. So first thing, introduction. What is the introduction of the project is, we are going to work on an application called OpenCart. OpenCart is a e-commerce application where anybody want to sell any electronic kind of items, they can use this platform to sell the electronic applications. Okay, sorry, electronic appliances. Okay, here they are selling MacBook, iPhone, Apple Cinema, etc, etc. They have given some images. Okay, so these are all the this is the application introduction, and this is going to allow the user to log into the system, and it is going to allow the user to add to cart and again add to cart and buy the product by ordering here. So it is allowing so many features like shopping cart, checkout, wish list. Okay, all these kind of things. And then without logging in also, he can able to see what are all is present inside this application, what are all this what are all the products they are selling, everything they can see without logging in itself. So these are all the features. That is the introduction of the project. Okay, now once after introduction, what we have to go, we have to see what is functional requirements document. So what is FRS? Usually it is going to look like this only, functional requirement document. Okay, it is going to tell what is the overview. So it is an e-commerce application, e-commerce platform application for online merchant. Okay, who is the foundation, what they are looking for, everything they will apply in the okay. Here, what is the requirements? PHP, jQuery, JavaScript, database and web server. These are all the expected things. Okay, this is all for development. jQuery, PHP, JavaScript, everything it is for development. And for installation we need MySQL and Apache. For installation we need both of this one. Okay, then OpenCart front end. How the front end should look like? This is the front end. They have designed the document like this. This is how it should look like. Okay, they have given the image. Now, so what should be present in the home page? Okay, shop's home page needs to be user friendly, while at the same time highlighting the shop products. It should be there. Okay, what should be present in the header? Store logo, currency block, shopping cart, all these should be present. So this is the store logo, currency block. Okay, shopping cart, search box, this is search box. Then what else is needed? Everything should be present. Okay, then how should be the slideshow work? This is the slideshow. Okay, if I click on this arrow, this is the slideshow. This is also called as banner. Okay, this banner should be there. That is what he is expecting. that means the user is expecting. Then how the featured product explanation should be. Okay, how the features products explanation should be, and how should be the footer. Okay, how should be the footer is, what should be present in the footer. Okay, how the features section includes product image, name, price and options to add the product into the cart directly. All these things should be present. So image name, okay, image name, and then price is there. Then what else? So all these things, whatever is expected by the user, will be represented here in this document. And how the footer should be present. This is how the footer should look like. It should have information about us, delivery, in all this, then customer service information, extras and my accounts. So if I go to the software, what is the footer is having, let us see. So information in this, whatever he requested for, everything is there. Like this he has described in the FRS document. So whatever he has described, everything is there. Now I am referring he means client. So how should the compare button, no, product image, when I click on the product, how should it look like, how should it display, what is the content, everything is how it is expected means the product page can be divided into following sessions. Okay, first one is product image should be there, then product details, then cart, then rating, then description tab, then review tab. Okay, then we'll go there and see how the product page should be there. If I go to the product page, so product image is there, product name, product price, description tab, okay, reviews tab is there, write a review, everything is there. This is how they are expecting. So review tab, description tab, rating tab, sharing, all this is expected in the products display page. Okay, then category of product, how it should be displayed, listing of products. If I click on this one, how it should be listed, this side, right, this left side, we can see how this product should be listed. So I am going to the application again, I am going back. Okay, when I click on the menu, if I go to components tab, is it not moving? It is not moving. This is a demo application. I will tell you how to install this application, that will work. After installing this application, this all pages will be opened. Here this is a demo application I am showing you online. We can install this one onto our laptop. That is called environment setup part. I will teach you how to do that. I have also recorded videos. Those videos will not have voice. I will show but how to do everything in a documented format. But though that video doesn't have voice. Okay, I will share you those videos also, how to do environment setup. Okay, then then what else? So there should be a feature called product comparison. What is the product comparison for each and two different products? It is going to compare and it is show the details. Okay, then how the shopping cart should look like, how the cost, amount, quantity, price, how it should be displaying, this way it should be displaying. So all these things, whatever he has planned, everything should be present like this. Then once finally after adding, this is for login functionality. Okay, if he is a new customer, then he has to register. How he has to register? Using email ID and password. If he is an already existing customer, he can directly log in. Okay, how the checkout option should be, how the billing details should be, and delivery details. So this is a functional requirement document. Any questions in this? Fine. So this is the FRS document. So now we have completed FRS requirement analysis. We have completed. So we don't have any doubts in FRS document. Now we are going to design the test plan document. Okay, how we are going to design the test plan document? People, you are feeling sleepy? Is it interesting? The document and all I am showing you, no? Not interesting? If you don't feel like hearing, we can stop here. My intention is for you have to understand. Okay, thank you for response. Fine then. So now we are going to see how they are going to plan for the test document. So test plan document they are going to see. So Chandra, fine. So how the test plan document means, as we have discussed during planning phase in the STLC cycle, we will do test plan document. Okay, how they will do means, we will have overview, scope, what all the test environments we are going to test, what are the inclusions, what are the exclusions. Okay, then what is the test strategy we are going to follow, roles and responsibilities, testing schedule, deliverables, pricing, etc., risks, mitigations, approvals, everything. Okay, now we'll see what is. This is the overview. What is the scope of our testing means? Register functionality is in our scope, login logout is in our scope, wish list, add to cart, product compare, check-in, checkout, downloads page, all these are in our scope to test the application. This is called scope. What are there in our scope of testing? We will be mentioning those. Whatever we are not mentioning will not be included. These are all the inclusions. Okay, what are the environments that we need for testing means, for Windows 10 it should be working on Chrome, Firefox and Edge. For Mac it can be working on Safari. For Android mobiles it should be working on Chrome. For iPhones it should be working on Safari browser. That is the test environments. So this is for compatibility testing. That means different softwares and different devices. Okay. Exclusions. What is exclusion means? All the features except mentioned under inclusions will come under exclusions, they are telling. Whatever is included, that will be included. Whatever we have not included in inclusion, that is exclusion. That is what they are telling. Then third party features of payment gateways they are telling. What is this we are not going to test? Means, suppose you are trying to pay it on PhonePe or else using some SBI credit card or debit card, some other third party bank you are going to pay. What is happening? That amount will be deducted in their account, right? You cannot go and test it whether it got deducted or not and it is coming to our bank account or not, right? That is third party's information. They will not give us any information. So that things we cannot add, right? So we are going to clearly convey the customer that we cannot test those kind of things, right? So that is what they have included this under exclusion. Then test automation they have considered exclusion. That means for this project they are expecting only manual testing. They don't want automation at all for this project. That is under exclusion. Okay. Then what is the test strategy means? How they are going to write the test cases using equivalence class partitioning, boundary value analysis, decision table, state transition diagram. We have discussed all this, right? So what is the test case designing technique they are going to use is this one. Okay, then after that, what is the process they are going to follow for testing this application is, first they are going to do smoke testing. If it is working, then they are going to continue. If the smoke testing is failing, then they are not going to continue with the deep testing. Until it is seeing the stable build, they are going to keep on repeat the development. Then multiple test resources will be testing the application. That means only one tester, only two testers, not like that. 2 testers, 3 testers, any number of testers can test, and any kind of environment they test. That means they can test on Chrome browser, they can test on Safari, they can test on Mac OS, they can test on Android, anything. Multiple testers and multiple environments. That is what they are planning. Okay. Then what else they are going to do? They are going to give the bug report. Okay. Daily they are going to send an email. See, they are going to status on the end of the email. on the end of the day in email. That means they are going to send the bug report by end of the day. Jeshwina, if you want to attend the class, you can drop it, you can watch the video later. Okay, next you can drop off, no problem. Okay, now then what else they are going to do? They are going to continue with smoke and sanity testing. After that they are going to continue with regression testing, usability and functional UI testing. All these things they are going to cover. So that is what testing strategy is meaning here. So what testing strategy means, how we are going to write test cases, what are the testing functional testing types we are going to follow for testing. Then defect reporting procedure, how they are going to report the defect. First they are telling what is a defect. Any deviation deviation from the expected behavior will be noted. First thing, if anything is not behaving as expected, then they are noting that. After that they are raising a defect, they are going to report it. By end of the day they are going to mail all the defects. That is what they are planning. Here defects will be documented in Excel. They are planned to document in Excel sheet. Okay, test scenarios, test cases will be documented in Excel sheet. They are planning for writing test scenarios and test cases also in Excel sheet only. See how clearly they are giving the test plan document. If somebody tomorrow, if you are going to a company, if they ask you to write, you can write it this clearly. It's very simple for you now. I will share this also for you, don't worry. Not only the testing notes, I will share this test plan document also. You can work on it now. So who is dealing with what role, what responsibilities they have? Manager, what is he having? Lead, what he is having? Senior test engineer, what is the roles and responsibilities of each and every person of testing team? What is the testing schedule, start date, end date? Then what are the test deliverables? We are going to give test plan document. Okay, we are going to give functional test cases, then defect reports and summary reports. All these are the documents that we are going to submit it to the client. Then pricing, all these things we don't need. Then risk and mitigations approvals. So we have to get the approvals for test plan documents. Once we get the test plan document approval, then we are going to write test scenarios. Once we write the test scenarios, we have to get the approval from client. Again we have to start writing test cases. Once we get the approval from client for test cases, then we are going to start execution, then finally reports. Okay, this is test plan document. Team, 10 more minutes. We will close off this one. I am going to extend for 10 more minutes because I forgot about JIRA. That's why I continued that one in today's class. Okay, can you able to stay? Just will extend for 10 more minutes today. Okay, I will close it then. So our next step of test plan document is done, finished. FRS is done, finished. Now we are going to write test scenarios, test cases and RTM. Okay, environment setup I can show you on Monday, don't worry. After that we can see that. For till test case design I will close it today. So how we are going to take out the test scenarios? Now see how the test scenarios they are writing. First they will frame out all the scenarios from referring the FRS document. See, reference is FRS document. They have taken test scenarios. TS001, TS003 are given numbers for the scenarios. What is the scenarios they are covering? Register functionality, login functionality, okay, logout functionality, forget password functionality, then search functionality, product compare, display page, add to cart, wish list, shopping cart, home page, checkout, etc, etc, etc. All these they are going to cover. These are all different scenarios. You see, you can find 31 scenarios now. Application header, footer, gift card, contact us, newsletters, okay, all these things they are going to cover. These are all the scenarios. For this only they are going to write test cases now. Okay, now they are giving priorities also, and they are giving Now they are giving priorities. So priority 0, priority 1. That means which has to be taken first. P0 first, P1 second, P2 third, P4 last. Okay. Now we have written test scenarios. Finished. Now we are going to write test cases. How we are going to write test cases? For each and every functionality. See, these are all the scenarios, right? These are all the scenarios. For each and every scenario, register, login, logout, forgot, like that, we are going to write test cases. Register, login, logout, for everything we are going to write test cases. First let us take register. As I told you the previous day, for writing you test cases, same thing. Test case ID, test case scenario, test case title, prerequisite, that means preconditions. What we have to open? The application in any browser and we have to keep it ready. Then testing steps, how we have to test it. Then test data. Here for few of the test cases it is not applicable, they gave not applicable. What is the expected result? Okay, what is the expected result of each and everything? So what is the expected result? And then after that, this is a test case sheet, right? We will not find anything like actual result, priority and all. After test case execution we will find it out. Understood? Okay. Now what is RTM? Mapping up of requirements with test cases, right? So for first requirement, this is the 1.1 requirement number, this is the scenario ID, and these are all the test cases. Okay, that's it, mapped. RTM is done. Test case IDs we are giving here. Okay, test case IDs we are giving. What is the scenario we are covering? What is the requirement? For each and every requirement, how many scenario test cases we are covering? That's it. Finished. Any doubts? So what we have done? We have discussed what is the project. It's a e-commerce project. We have discussed FRS document. Then we have discussed test plan document. Then we have written test scenarios, we have written test cases, we have written RTM. Any doubts in this? Or do you want me to type everything and show you how to write? They are not required, right? This itself is sufficient. I can share you all these documents, you can refer it later. Okay, on Monday we are going to do test execution by setting up the environment. I will install this software onto my machine and I will show you how we have to work. Okay.